A sitting congressman was arrested by Capitol Police on Thursday. Georgia Democrat Hank Johnson was arrested during a protest urging the Senate to act on voting rights. He is the second House Democrat to be arrested in as many weeks for protesting on that message. But still, no movement on two major election bills in the Senate. And Congressman Hank Johnson joins me now. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it on this Saturday afternoon. Congressman, I see these images of you peacefully chanting outside the Senate office building and getting put in handcuffs. And I can't help but contrast that with most of the violent rioters who fought their way into the Capitol on January 6th. They weren't arrested until much later, and so many walked out freely. Does that frustrate you?
Well, Jim, thank you for having me. And we did not seek to overwhelm the police presence at the Hart Building. We went as a group of black men in peace, but yet determination to assert our right to vote and to assert the fact that, you know, this is an issue of vital importance to us. It is our number one priority that we see passage of H.R. 1, the For the People, Senate 1, the For the People Act, and also H.R. 4, the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act. And if it takes reform of the filibuster to get that done, then we want to see that happen. And we're getting a little anxious about it. It may not be a priority to as many people as it needs to be, but it certainly is with us, and we wanted to demonstrate that by protesting on Friday.
And let's talk about the filibuster, which is holding up these bills. Here's what President Biden said about it this week on CNN.
If it's a relic of Jim Crow, it's been used to fight against civil rights legislation historically. Why protect it?
There's no reason to protect it other than you're going to throw the entire Congress into chaos and nothing will get done.
All right.
Nothing at all will get done. And there's a lot at stake. The most important one is the right to vote.
Are you satisfied with that answer?
Well, it was a little conflicting, but I think overall, I believe that Joe Biden, our president, recognizes the importance of the Voting Rights Act. He recognizes how important an unfettered right to vote is. He's lived through a lot. He's seen a lot. He was back there during the days of the old segregationists in the Senate. And some folks want to go back to those times where you could sit down and work out a deal with those guys. But we're dealing with a different set of opponents this time. They are more, their game is a little bit more complicated than the old segregationists, and they're playing from the segregationist playbook, but yet it's a Jim Crow 2.0 situation. And so Joe Biden has to understand the fact that, you know, back in 1965, when the Voting Rights Act was passed, it was legislation that was written by President Johnson. President Johnson wrote that legislation, presented it to Congress, and then leaned on his colleagues in the House and Senate to pass it. And fortunately today, the president does not have to draft H.R. 1 and H.R. 4. We're doing H.R. 4. We've already done H.R. 1. And the only thing he has to do is put his muscle, the muscle of the presidency behind it, so that we can get it passed. And that's what we're anxious about. We want to see, hear, and have that accomplished. We want to see it happen. We want to hear it happening. And we want to make sure that it gets accomplished.
Congressman, though, do you want to see President Biden doing more, leaning on his fellow Democrats more in the way that LBJ did back in the 1960s? Is that what you would like to see?
Yeah, I have a picture in my mind of President Johnson standing almost nose to nose with some Southern segregationists, laying the law down to that person about what he expected, and that person responded affirmatively. And so I know that President Biden has a lot that's going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. and we give him the space that he needs to do what we want him to do and what we expect that he will do. But at the same time, we want to see some public affirmations of it. And we want to see, we're getting a little anxious because we're heading towards the August recess. When we come back, it'll be September and October, and we're heading towards the end of the year. We're careening towards the end of the year with nothing done on
You feel like
voting
you're running out
right.
of time, is what it sounds
And
like. It sounds like you feel you're running out of time.
Yeah, the time is escaping us. And so the time for action is now. And that's why people are literally putting their bodies on the line. Representative Joyce Beatty last week and a group of women did the same thing that the group of men did yesterday. They put their bodies on the line. They were arrested. And so waves are coming of social unrest. We must make sure that the people understand that this is our priority. And if you stand with us, then you stand for democracy. And those who don't support us are anti-democratic. And we must move to overpower them. And we must win this battle. It's an important battle, a crucial battle.
All right. Congressman Hank Johnson, we'll be watching that battle unfold, and we know you'll be there on the front lines. Thanks so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Jim.
Thank you, sir.